All right, y'all. It's hot now in Houston in December the 2nd. Now, this is a problem. A lot of people are so don't understand that, and I'm gonna need to start putting some links on the bottom. Y'all man at Will Winnie Harlow, is Harlow, Harlow, whatever her name is. She's the one with vitiligo with the Michael Jackson disease, and there was known, Michael Jackson brought out that he had it, and so she was on Andy um show that's on from Bravo, and he asked her about how about Tyra Banks, and she said that America's Top Model did not do anything for her. And let me translate, it gave me exposure. But right after I didn't hear anything from Tyra Banks, I'm translating what Winnie is saying. Because I'm an ex model. I know exactly what she's talking about. I didn't hear anything from her. It gave me exposure. Nobody, even I didn't win. Tyra Banks didn't help me get the photos, the photographers or fashion shows or whatever, some referrals or anything else. I was just stuck up until I'm translating what Winnie is saying. Up until a photographer, out of the act of God, gave me an opportunity, and that's how I blew up. Yes, I was known, but like the other models who didn't win, their careers didn't blow up either. You had a few that did, and many did not. So anyway, when she was on saying this, people was looking at Tyra like, why? So folks are bashing Winnie because Tyra Banks come on Andy's show and start saying that well, you know how messy Andy is, like especially when he do some Housewives of Atlanta stuff, and how he was on Nene and Candy and everybody else's side except for Sheree against Kim Zodiac, the hairhead hooking white racist woman, okay, that mistreated what's her name, and I'm glad I brought that up, sweetie, sweetie, okay. Now remember Nene confronted Sweetie's white master, female white master's mistress, Missa, not Mammy, but Missa, Kim, in the bus because how she treated Sweetie, Sweetie. Okay, and she kept telling you treating that woman like a slave, and you have all these black women. We're not pure black, but I'm not with the one drop rule. But all these black women on the show, you're treating this woman like a slave. And Sweetie kept saying, "This ain't slavery. Slaves don't get paid. Okay, yeah, you got paid, but exploited like a slave." Sorry, this whole thing act tripping. You was I guess all that connect. Yeah, you was when she was on your back, you was being ungrateful because she was taking your side against your white massa, missy, whatever you want to say for female when it comes to master. Okay, so and slaves did not get paid, but you was getting treated like a slave, and she treated like you said, get it, hook ears, get in there, and talk to you like you not even human. I don't see color. Yeah, she's well anyway. When Andy was on Kathy McCarthy side, with the Kathy McCarthy, okay, whatever her name is, um, show, and he was on Kim's side. See how he played two sides of the coin? He's very messy. Okay. So I'm glad about the what you say. Sweet was ungrateful for getting money and not, if she complained, she'd be ungrateful because that's the same thing what Winnie was saying about Tyra. I don't know Tyra Banks, but I've met people, not met people, I have seen people talk bad about her. And we seen how she treated a dark skinned sister, and she's a beautiful dark skinned woman, talking about Tiffany Richardson's, down in Miami, Florida. Okay, so that's why and I'm gonna say, she was ungrateful. No, she was raised by her grandmother, and we had different grandmothers. I know exactly where she coming from. So instead of crying, complaining suicide, if you miss out a competition, instead of crying, you laugh at it so you don't cry. And then she was telling Tyra Banks. You think it's a joke? Stop it! Okay, acting a bitch. Talking about Tyra. So instead of showing mutual respect and understand that the sister didn't want it because she was the second time on the show. See, you can't get mad at Tiffany. Tiffany was at the club, at the bar, and some white woman put beer on her weave. Even though she have long hair, but it had some weave in her hair because she had different. She got that Becky with her good hair. Not all hair tastes good, but I'm just making my audience laugh. So-called good hair. Better call Becky. Yeah, she had that good hair. And Beyonce said, okay, so Tiffany Richardson, the dark skin, was naturally less coarse hair, not faux season, not kinky hair, not extremely curly hair. I hate the word nappy. That's a racist term. So anyway, she has different texture hair. Her hair was long, but they put weave. You know how Tyra Banks, she make everybody of all races wear weave in their hair. Extensions, we will call the same thing, added hair weave, extensions, hair accessory. We'll call it my hair related accessory. It is hair, but it's accessory to your head. Okay, what do you want to call it? It's a thing on thing to me. I don't care how you describe it. Okay, it's still adding hair to your head, whether it's fake or real or horse. Now, anyway, as I was saying. So she was on the show, and we went to the club. That's when Takara, that's the big girl, the big kind of camera skin sister that was in. They was all at the bar. They were dancing, and some white women on there acting ratchet, and Trailer Hood Rat had came in there and started to call them all type of skanks and hoes and all that. So Tiffany said, "You dance," which is true. If you think of all that shit, you dance. And so while the white girl's dancing, she gonna get her beer and put it on her weave. And Tiffany Richardson had every right to defend herself. She was attacked. So what did Tyra Banks do to that sister? Kicked her out the competition, and her grandma almost lost her house or whatever bills. Her lights went out to get a bathing suit so she can win. And one thing Tiffany Richardson did, never bow down to that woman. Of course, you don't think she's God, but you treated Tyra like a God. She ended up being a devil at the end of your competition. Now, anyway, exactly. Look at people as human. Be humble and look at people as human, okay? You don't mind admiring somebody, but don't put them on no idol ideology, okay? So, anyway. So what happened, Tiffany Richardson had made a mistake. She was nervous because I'm sure all that demeaning behavior, I don't know her grandmother, but we have an epidemic of folks in our community like that due to slavery and Jim Crow and passing that mess to our generation of our folks are acting wild. Now, they want to repent that old school rigid stuff they learned from they white master and the slaves of him, where they related to him, because we're not pure black or was owned by whatever it was, okay? That meant that, Willie Lynch, Samuel Cartwright, and so-called false prophet Reverend Charles Coquelin Jones was acting like Jimmy Taylor, and you're gonna call them all type of niggas, and he's a preacher, and saying they hate themselves and not buying to his expectations and all that other stuff, okay? Trying to accuse self-hate because they refuse to be a slave. Really, that's why I don't go in that old self-hate and thing. People who believe in that are self-hate. I tell you that. Now, anyway, as I'm saying, is that so when Tyra Banks was on the show, when Tiffany was on the show, she was treated like trash at the end of it. Instead of them analyzing and examining, so, okay, so she's not laughing at us. What she's doing, she don't want to get in a big depression, have self-pity, and I'm gonna jump the cliff because I didn't win the competition. I failed, boo boo wee wee wee, whatever. I'm gonna laugh at it so I don't feel bad about myself. That's what she was doing. Tyra Banks got all her damn feelings. How can you laugh at this? Yeah, you tried to win. We was all rooting for you. How dare you laugh? Oh, so she got all her feelings about her laughing at herself, not laughing at y'all, not laughing at Tyra, not laughing at herself for losing, so she don't have self-pity. So she got makers, I guess, at the end of I guess doing, if this is really edited, and yeah, it's reality TV. Edit. That means it's supposed to be drama, and so everybody can watch. Cause everybody was not acting that way. I guess nobody would not watch the show. So I guess her lines was to cry, boo-hoo, so they can get some ratings. I'm a call like I see through the bullshit real deep. Now, That ain't shocking. Let's talk about another case when the old big fat bitch that was on there, okay? I'm not talking about Jen Dickinson. She's her stupid ass. I can't stay. I'm glad Tyra kicked her ass to the curb. Now, I ain't talking her lying ass. Her and Bill Cosby, she locked up both of their ass for lying and sleeping with women. And some of them folks, the victims' thoughts and some of them were victims mixed together. See, they would stop separating the thoughts and the victims together in that trial. I understand it. Now, God dog it. Put her in trial where Bill Cosby put in the same cell with her lying ass. Her ugly ass can't stand Jan Dickinson. Let me stop, y'all, because I can't stand that ugly bitch. Only thing I defend her when she killed her daddy in that doggone hospital who abused her, sexually abused her, and beat her, because I don't believe in beating your kids and raping your kids. Okay? So when she pulled that string, somebody had that in mind. I'm not going to say who it is. I leave that alone. Anyway, let me leave. We not talking about certain people. Now, anyway, point is, let me stop. All right. Anyway. No, I haven't done that. Stop. But when people mistreat and defend and start the Bible and you call laws and people trying to defend the perpetrator and blame the victim moment, that's what comes in your head. Now, okay, okay. No, I don't want to do that, okay? But, no, but that's what you do. You abuse your kids. They end up trying to take your life, okay? They don't want to go through that. People didn't ask to be here, okay, so they can get mistreated and abused because your life was shitty before you brought the kids in the world. Let's call it it's selfish on your gun for your ass. You shouldn't have no damn kids. You want to abuse the kids. Now, and then it goes to two people who brought me here. You doggone right I'm talking about. Now, all the shit I never asked and never imagined to go through. But anyway, let's get to the that's on time on Jerry Dickinson's side. But when she was a bitch on that show, I cannot stand her. And she had her own modeling show. Y'all know that was on monologue.com, meal modeling site. And back in 2006 and 7, and everybody, them white dudes would call Jerry all tired bitch and hoes. It could be raps on bitch and hoe, bitch and hoe, bitch and hoe. Baby, if I learned how to produce music, y'all can't say it. Bitch and hoe, Jane Dixon, bitch and hoe, bitch and bo. Okay, anyway, let me stop. You know damn well I probably made the Grammy Awards and made more than Jimmy Iovine. All right, anybody go there? Let me stop. Anyway, and Dr. J and Emily put together. Hello. Now, it'll be a true death row in that record, and not on me. It'll be on her career talking about Miss Jan Dickinson. As I was saying, going back to what I'm saying. So when she, not that bitch, that designer, who is a bitch down there in England somewhere. Remember when they went to Britain? Great Britain went to England, my other ancestor in the family tree, especially Southwest England and London, England. I did my research on 2 years ago in my mixed heritage. Okay, therefore, you know that, okay? African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, and Native American. That's what I mixed with down the family tree. The Bug, Bacon family. That's what is in my family tree, exactly. Now, when it was in London, England, and maybe Southwest, where my 13th grandfather came from, you know what I'm saying, exactly. Anyway, like I was saying in the 1500s when I did it on Extra.com, as I was talking about this situation, there was a beautiful blonde white woman that actually stood up to the Tyra and that big white woman that was a designer who's acting like a bitch to the models. And I'm glad that that white woman got ratchet and told her, I think her name was Emma. She had the sharp blonde hair. Showed it, sharp blonde hair. She went off and said, I can't take it no more. And y'all know on my channel as many times I've done it on the job. Now, because no one had no right to be treated like that. I don't care how tough the competition is. How about you as the model who owns the agency or the show have a different approach compared to the other assholes in the fashion industry, if you know what I mean. All right? Because I would never know. If I had a new plan, that's why I was going to college for my entrepreneur, is to have a talent in a modeling agency. And no, I would never, no, not nobody is going to talk to my models, anybody. I would not tolerate that. All the time I get ugly, you get ugly me firsthand. But no, I probably can get that because I want to lose my career in your own boss. I just act like I'm nice and just let you act a fool and just call laws and have you arrested. Now, or if you get physical, put my pistol out with my license to carry. Now, anyway, I was saying, because I do believe in gun laws. Okay, I do, yes, I'm a liberal, but I believe in Second Amendment. These folks are crazy. Laws ain't gonna always protect your ass. They have favoritism problems. Why you think I said I want God to protect me and God to be my lawyer, my authority? Not no human being. Human being a two-face on this world. Ever since our first parents ate that fruit. Now you see why I don't have no trust? And that's why I see why St. Paul said in Corinthians 4, to what? To the stewardship is trustworthy. Exactly. So you gotta prove me trustworthy if you are a authority figure. Now, I can't put my trust in you. Look what happened to Tiffany Richardson, okay? I call it Tyra Banks was the situation with that. So anyway, going back to the situation, okay? So then I have to go to another situation, rewind, bringing these other examples before I get to the argument of Winnie. I used to watch EWT. Y'all know I'm a Catholic convert, okay? And when I was really extreme with my faith, okay, especially dealing with trials, tribulation with my grandmother and who's passed, okay, and living in her house before I got my apartment. I used to watch EWTN and Life on the Rock, cause Life on the Rock, St. Peter the Rock. Okay, hello. And so on Life on the Rock, there was a Caucasian woman. She's very beautiful. She's America's Top Model, and she was wearing inappropriate clothes. She talked about that on the show and everything, how she stood her morals, and she said in the show, on Life on the Rock, you don't meet Tyra Banks. You meet her when the show is running. Like they didn't have food. Something like that. They was abandoned in a way. They went to places. They was covered, but the way how the studio, there was arguments. There was stuff on the set. It was it was script. She revealed everything. I forgot her name. I'm trying to look at on YouTube where they revealed back in 2011 and 12. I left my grandmother's house. 2011 or 10 when that one was on the Life on the Rock to come on Thursday on EWTN. Okay, that's like the TBN, the Catholic version of TBN. Okay. Eternal Word Network. Okay. So in TBN, Life on the Rock, she was on there, and she said, she's wearing, modest clothes, you know what I'm saying, it's against the faith, and wear modest clothes and all the other stuff, and she said, she talked about her life, how she lived away from her faith while she was on the show in her modeling world, whatever. So when she was on the show, she mentioned how Tyra Banks didn't see them. The only time that she was on the show when the cameras were running, and you don't see her, like she distanced herself from the rest of the models, and they had no food, something like that. They didn't have no, for real. She talked about all that other stuff. So that's the truth. So if Winnie is ungrateful, and I have 3 examples. Tiffany Richardson, that white woman named Emma, the one that went off on her, that big old fat design I can't stand, who was very mean and rude in London, England, or in Great Britain, okay? And then the Caucasian one who's a Catholic, who was on the show Life on Rock, who straight up exposed that America Top Model was script. They told them to do this stuff. And I see why going back to Tiffany Richardson, going back and forth with this, that's why she laughed. Because instead of getting mad and, I didn't win the competition so everybody can be, dramatized by, no, she laughed. And I think that's why Tyra Banks got upset. Because why would you get mad at someone laughing at themselves failing? You didn't fail. The other models didn't fail. She failed. And instead of her contemplating suicide, getting depression, and drinking, and getting on crack, and shooting up some heroin, or smoking joints, or smoking kush, acting a fool, and bombing cigarettes, that's, put bombing fluid in the cigarettes, and they get high out, all that other stuff. Instead of doing all that self-destructive stuff, she just chose to laugh at herself. Not laugh at you, Tyra. Not laugh at her ugly Jan Dickinson, her lying ass, both her cop and she locked in the damn cell together. Because I can't stand here what he did. No, he did. No, I do believe that he was partially guilty. And I say now all them victims were true victims. There was some real partisan thoughts involved, but they were trying to get some clout chasing money, but it was some victims, okay? And some gullible ones, because if someone gave me a pill, I don't care if I saw how many times on TV, and Angela Constance, her name is 40, 50 something years old, and be my mama. I don't know how old she is, but damn, I'm younger than her, and I know not to get no damn pill from nobody. I don't care if it's my damn best friend, anybody try to drug me, take my money, try to rape me, anything. Yeah, you got that going on, whether be female or male, these damn weird days. Probably come and rob me, take all my stuff while I'm high. God, because I trust it. No, baby, please, trust who? Baby, you trusting Bill Cosby. I'm not even perfect, I'm cussing here, but I trust God, I don't trust no human. I've been did and done that and had that's why I'm bipolar and can't trust nobody, even my own damn family. So I wouldn't trust a pill, because the question I asked, where you get the pill from? What type of pill? I don't want to take the pill. I didn't ask for a pill. We can go to the store, go get it, whatever. I don't know what you got. They're trying to kill me, try whatever. I'm not trying to blame the victim, but it's called responsibility. Don't take no pill for nobody. Then Nancy Reagan with her evil, two-faced, helped her husband bring cocaine and crack to the hood and Barrio line and hypocrite ass say, just say no 30 years, some year ago. Even though the other president after him died was saying it, but he was the main one bringing the stuff in the CIA because he's the president doing Reagan Day. Hello. I had to go there. So, all that going on, y'all don't see how I don't see how people just be that gullible and way older because they're talking about us young people need to learn from the elders, but that elder did not know a damn thing about taking no damn pill for no celebrity. I'm sorry, go there. Anyway. But yeah, Jan Dixon should be locked up for lying perjury with Bill Cosby. Shit. put both of them behind jail. I can't stand the old nasty. Ooh, can't stand old. No offense, Keisha Cole. Did your mama Frank give her some damn crack again? No offense. There was on Dr. Drew's show. Yeah, please. She needs some crack. That's why she acting a fool. She on her withdrawals. Talking about Jan Dickinson. Now let's get back to something about Tyra Banks. So when she laughed talking about Tiffany, that's the whole reason why. Now I got more tea. Yes, we gotta talk about this. What about Tyra Banks? Yaya, you know the Brazilian. She African American, Brazilian, Cherokee, Portuguese, and whatever. Okay. She played Whitney Houston, a biopic about with Angela Bassett that was not approved by the Houston family. Okay, all right. Now on Lifetime, that messed it up after Leah, Winnie that's Leah. Okay, card. Yaya and Amara La Negra are friends because they rock natural hair. And when Tiffany Richardson was there, Yaya was on there. And she was at the club at the bar when the white woman pulled the bill on Tiffany Richardson. Now, Yaya wore her hair natural. It was beautiful. And Tyra Banks was pressuring her to straighten her hair. It's weird that Tyra Banks said that because on her talk show, she not only bashed the sisters for bleaching their skin, but she also talked about that this Asian woman who had eyelid surgery and talked to her like a doll, like she was Tiffany Richardson, okay? And you know the one she had a white man and she had eyelid surgery, you know what I'm saying? And Tyra Banks even hypocritically said that if she wore a fro, that that's ethnic tweaking, black fishing, white fishing, whatever you want to call it, okay? Whatever you want to call it, okay? Racial deception, whatever you want to call it. All right. So point is, she said, well, I remember I was a little girl, they called me nappy head little girl. If I would have had this weave, my hair wouldn't be able to go on Victoria's Secret. Well, that's the same thing what the Asian woman probably felt about her eyes. Okay, so how can you attack her? She went hard on that Asian woman. Okay? And talked about her eyes. How dare you say it's for other people? You know what it means. Went hard on that poor Asian American woman. Now, but when Yaya was rocking her own hair, not no weave, not no extensions, not no perm, wore her own hair, didn't tell you take your weave off and wear it natural, okay? You got in your fence, Miss Tyra Banks, and treated her like she shouldn't be on the competition. But when the Asian woman got her eyelid surgery that was on your show, talk show, not the Mr. Model, you went hard on her and like you was talking about hair weave. Okay, so why are you so hypocritical, Miss Tyra Banks? I don't know why. Now, because I missed the old Tyra when she was humble. But then I also heard you beating your child. You had that white man. I heard you been beating your child up. That's a CPS case. Okay, stop doing what you try. That child is not no Tiffany Richardson. Look at the Tiffany Richardson said on her interview after the show. She said she wished she considered they called her a bitch, and she said with my mom. She said I'm not even my mom. She called her a bitch. That was it was edited from the show. Tiffany Richardson said, yeah. See, one thing y'all seeing the edit scenes of America's Top Model, you don't get to see the outside what people are not telling you on the TV screen, okay? Now, Now, I want to say this about Tyra Banks, as we saw another instance of this woman here flip flopping herself, of her views, and talking about they should be grateful for her. Because if Tiffany Richardson and Emma had issues with you, Yaya, and even now I will say about Robin, the first season with Robin, that light skinned sister who was a positive evangelical, and I'm not a big fan of their religion. However, I am agreeing with her and a blonde Caucasian who's also private evangelical. You shouldn't be making these women take their clothes off. And one thing when Jan Dickinson was talking about Bill Cosby and fake crime by Bill Cosby, okay, I was telling my so-called mixed race brother, who white and American from multiracial America, multiracial activist, the one we had issues with. I mean, being that because he was trying to defend the victims, because he's a rape victim himself. A woman raped him. Okay, that's his business. But he put on YouTube and went on Harvard Post and talked about his business. Okay, and my heart goes out. We're enemies because I'm wishing on nobody. However, I was trying to point out liars in these cases, not defend no rape. Okay, and what I said was, I'm not defending Bill Cosby because he's African American descent. I ain't defending no R. Kelly. Okay, okay. I'm looking at on historical reference, and I'm looking at the victims and seeing how. Okay, until I saw evidence that they did try to prosecute Cosby, or she won a civil suit talking about Angela Constar. That's why I'm believing her story, because she did go to the laws right after the situation happened. She didn't wait years later. The other victims came out later on. Okay, now, so I can't defend somebody they wrong based on their color. But I was telling the dude, okay, before he kicked me out of his group, after we got into it, how he treated people and treated me, and they were getting on play no disrespect. He has PTSD, and I'm on 19, but he has PTSD from a bed, and I have bipolar disorder, so they don't mix. Okay, we already know about Angry Man, and I got into about the eccentric thing. Okay, okay, and my grandfather who grew up with 19, he had some PTSD. Some of these folks got in the military and got some PTSD. Ain't no lie, it's what it is. They had anger issues, and that's why I got bipolar. Now, anyway, as I was saying, okay, about I was telling him that she should go to jail too. Talking about because she made her models. Talking about Jan Dixon, just like Tyra, strip butt naked and say if you don't strip, you don't get no call from me. That's just wrong. And one particular Caucasian in the pool did not want to get butt naked in the pool. She ain't gonna have a job tomorrow. Just evil. But Bill Cosby raped you, unfortunately, allegedly. So you just making folks go against their morals and do sexual acts. It don't have to be gentle acts. Just stripping butt naked, exploit them for some money. Talking about if they don't do it, they're not gonna have a job with us no more. Well, that's what she did with Robin and the white woman who was talking about Tyra Banks, who was the blonde one, who was the last three of that season. Okay, because I was 2003 before I was a job. 2004, I don't forget this. And Robin, I didn't like the narcissistic preaching. Just put her in the St. Lee's Island and see how I feel about it. That's all I gotta say, okay? Because I felt like the preacher. No, I'm happy. Don't feel sorry for that preacher. Mind your business. It was St. Paul told that's long. Okay, and my point is, if you've been persecuted, flee to another town. What Jesus say? Thank you. Don't lord over like the Gentiles, the King Gentiles and benefactors. Okay, y'all don't read y'all scripture. Y'all read a false interpretation of it. Now, you will be gentle. Okay, thank you. She was not gentle. She was very arrogant. She thought she was a goddess on earth. I ain't like that, but she did have a right not to get in her panties, and I couldn't laugh at her when she cried. That is a sensitive issue. She said, if her grandma's told her, and her grandma told her correctly, because I believe in that. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. You show right. That was her morals. She can do modeling besides showing her clothes and get naked and stuff. So, but I will agree she was a hypocrite when she went to Mr. J. That's the one who's East Indian from South Africa who look Hispanic. Everybody think he's Hispanic, not the dark skin. That's Miss J. Okay, so the one who's East Indian, probably partially black. I heard he was part black too from South Africa, but he's East Indian as well. Everybody think he's Hispanic. Mr. J. The way they both gay. Okay, so the one who dressed more like a man compared to Miss J. The one with the blonde dye, bleached hair. she showed her before. I was funny, and it's weird when it comes to women. The straight women are friends with the gay, bisexual men, and then the straight men are homophobic towards the gay men, but they friends with bisexual lesbian women because we saw that in the situation. Because you have that bald head woman named Ebony, the dark skin, she was lesbian, and and Robin and the other white girls that we leaving. We don't want to see no lesbian up here. You know what I'm saying? But she kept forcing. I mean, nobody forced you to have sex with a woman or try to get with that woman. Okay, you had a right to, but you had to talk disrespectful. But you was forcing the atheists, like to the least, people were getting forced on when the atheists which didn't want to believe in God, and they were crying. You don't do that, okay? You're supposed to be gentle when it comes about Jesus, okay? And you're supposed to be voluntary, not be forceful. So lording over people, okay? So I ain't the perfect one. I know this for for spiritual protection from these people who try to act like wolves and sheep clothing, act like vipers and bloods and vipers. I know what they're doing. I read about this type of stuff. Now, as I was saying about yeah, when Robin was on there, just like that blonde chick who was atheist, and she just said she was doing the same thing. Tyra Banks make you strip your clothes off. Robin, if you listen to this, that's saying that the white atheist girl, let God come along. If I am but those seasons, don't ask me, not you, human being. Sit down, Miss Human Being, okay? That's how you felt. But at the same time, Tyra had, but we know about her at the cameras were off. Robin took her tickle bitties and shaked it from Mr. J. So I guess she was trying to make him be straight. Because you got the women. Oh, yes, you do. So she went from church girl. I'm going to get this story. She went from church girl, trying out the Protestant. Well, Mother Teresa was very more gentle, okay? But try to act like she was, okay? The Protestant version of her. And acting all ratchet in a self-righteous manner. And I had to, you're right, you shouldn't be taking her clothes out, showing her breasts. However, she was showing her tickle bitch in your mouth as what, what's her name? The Brad said in Heartbreaker remix with Mariah Carey and Missy Elliott. Okay, tickle bitties, your mouth. She was shaking her tickle bitties in front of Mr. J. Now, how the hell you gonna shake your tickle bitties? I guess you trying to make him straight. Mr. J, make him straight. Okay, anyway, point is, she's trying to make him straight. She's trying to get a drunk in love. She, I'm gonna get your sin out of you, but not by fornication, baby. You're not it's Jesus' grace, not you, not your fornication. That's a sin. But I guess she's trying to, be the Playboy bunny to Mr. J and try to get him laid, make him straight, get him laid. Okay, all right. Anyway, as I was saying, and that scared the hell out of me. So I agree, but when it comes to Robin, if her, that Caucasian woman, the blonde one, didn't want to strip their clothes off, they should never. That's immoral, okay? And that's kind of no. I don't even think that it should be. I know there's contracts that allow that to happen, but they, as a model, and I haven't worked in modeling since. But I know in agency they actually want to do nude modeling or not. That's your choice in most modeling jobs. Now, if you say, well, I understand, but at the same time, let's have some morals. If they don't want to show themselves naked, then that's just leave that alone, okay? Now, all these models had issues, and there's people who had careers who had not been flourished right after Tyra Banks not exposing them negative, exposing them their career into modeling. That's what Winnie is talking about. Up until the act of God, the photographer comes in and say from London, England, to go ahead and have her as one of his models, and that's why she gave him thanks. I think she would give God thanks. And the reason why I know this, y'all, I'm gonna use my situation. I was the biggest. I do thank God the most of being part of Laura Productions in El Paso, Texas. And I do thank God that I was able to be one of the models, even though I was an exposure model. I wasn't paid modeling. That I was, because one thing, El Paso is a very small town, and I was trying to use it. And I was also not grinding as and hustling for jobs on. I mean, I went against Job Corps rules to go on MySpace to find jobs for people who give me a job so I can start working as a model back in 2006. However, okay. However, I'm not thankful to Miss Laura attitude when we was doing training at the EP Fitness on the Trevino, okay? And I have right to because I paid for the training, not for the job, for the training. That it's legal to pay for training, okay? So that was her first models. The attitude I received from her and the lady who owns Bazaar Models, the one I said the BIT many times, I'm talking about her. JG. I think she's married now. Okay, she with her dark blonde hair. She's light skinned Latina. She thinks she's dark in her hair now, but she look kind of whitish with the blonde hair. With okay, her. Okay, she owns that. The treatment I deserve did not deserve it at all. Okay, and I did bite my tongue. Okay, because this is an industry that I want to be in. But if it wasn't an industry, I 9-10 we went off on y'all asses because no one deserves to be treated that way. And especially when I put $100 down, which was cheap at the time, to pay for modeling. It's not like Houston. Houston's very expensive. Get modeling classes, okay? So if I, as a customer, even I am the student, pay for myself to get trained, I deserve to get better treatment. So yes, I thank God the highest, but I don't thank Laura. I thank Laura for participating in God's act to get me into modeling and to do for fashion shows that was all of us was not paid for. Okay, so in El Paso at Selvista Mall or at 2 times Selvista Mall and at the Harley Davidson party, and the also Tar Drive, the biker Tar Drive, both times. That's I was thankful for, but I wasn't thankful for the treatment I just didn't deserve. And I did tell other people about it, and I guess in small town El Paso, people know my mouth, and everybody else was talking about it as well because they got tired of the yelling and screaming. And that no one deserved that. I don't care if that's how you was raised. Like I said, by my own family, keep that bullshit in your life. There are people like myself who came from there, almost took their life behind that mess because they thought that no one in love. They even thought that God loved them. Almost became an atheist. I go ahead and admit, I almost became a Satanist. Okay, you know what I'm saying? For real, if I did not read them scriptures, there was against these people's bad interpretations. Okay, now because that's the type of world for people who abuse. They told that it's forever till they die. That's why people end up becoming suicidal. Now, to Winnie, Winnie is not ungrateful. She is grateful for having exposure. Where she's upset with Tyra and the agency or whatever the company, Bankable Productions, who own the American Top Model, it didn't lead her career years. No one was not helping. There were no career counselors, any of that stuff to help her further her career. And it wasn't for an act of God for that person, that man from England, she would not be popping right now. So all that ungrateful, I know I'm being ungodly for saying this to y'all. Have a glass of shut the fuck up, because people in this industry are very cutthroat, and I saw that. But this is the industry I want to be in. That's the reason why I remain. If it was a regular job that I don't want, that's why I end up leaving, because it's not a career that I want to live under. You don't talk about celebrities a lot and stuff, because that's the industry. I flunked the first grade because of Whitney Houston, because I wanted to be in a career path. I didn't want to learn. I wanted to learn how to write and read and all that other stuff, but it wasn't first in the career path that I wanted. And you're telling me to be a worker, because most public schools teach you to be working, not be an entrepreneur. I felt college too when you're talking about science. I don't know about myself. Learn about being an entrepreneur. I have a certificate from Trinity that I did this year. Yes, I do. I have of an entrepreneur, and I'm trying to read books. I'm reading Chris Gillibow's book right now this morning, side hustle, because I got some bills to pay before the time ends, okay? But I had to speak up on people before they say anything about ungrateful. People are not going to be grateful of being mistreated, neglected. And I think that folks don't understand. Behind the scenes, you don't see the shit that goes on, okay? There's a lot of things I can say here what happened in lower production. I don't want to go be messy, too messy about it. But that's why I act the fool sometimes when she acted the fool with me outside of work, outside of volunteer work. She was volunteer work when it comes to the exposure models. And there were times I tried to talk to Laura when we did the back to school at Santa Vista Ball, when she had Starbucks that Friday for training after I got my hair braided, okay? Got my hair relaxed and braided by the sister that went to from Patterson, New Jersey. They know about the East Side High and Lena Me. Okay, that's who did my hair. Who she's black, Jamaican, Cherokee, and East anybody a little bit my skin tone. Okay, that's one who was nice to me. Her co-worker who owned the shop, she was Afro, so that's the one who married to her sister, no, her sister, her daughter married to a Mexican dude. They like Vin Diesel. Okay, a thin version. Okay, yes, okay, but she won't be Afrocentric and all. Okay, cause no offense to her mother. Talking about the sister married. I'm cool with I'm mixed up too. The family that's mixed. Okay, and of course the sister's mixed. So she ain't a pure black one, but all that old Afrocentric and all that old. No, don't get no regulations. Let me make my own. This is a free man. Hello. And I took that because that was affordable to get my hair braided and all other stuff called like it is. Trust me, if I had enough money, I would go to someplace else. Like nobody talk to me crazy. But after she did my hair, okay, and I went there and it was raining, and I went to go talk to Miss Laura at Starbucks about my career. I'm sincere. I'm about to leave Job Corps. And every time I try to talk to her, she would try not to talk about this career path because I don't want to be staying in, I want to grow in the industry. So you see why I understand why Winnie is talking about Tyra, because her career went nowhere after she left, and then she was abandoned and straightened out up until a photographer saw how different and how exotic, you know what I mean, exotic as I mean foreign to see a model that would be like. See, the reason why Michael Jackson bleached the darker part, he wasn't dark skin, but the dark part of skin tone, because he couldn't be out on stage looking like Winnie and talking about Billie Jean and black and white and all other dangers, because what folks already what call him making fun of him about bubbles and everything else and the Elephant Man. And then you got this different skin tone, very like that his grandfather Samuel Jackson, not Samuel Jackson in the history. That's Joe Jackson's dad's name. Okay, look that his son, talking about Prince Michael the First, looked like, but like a whiter version of his great grandfather. Yes, okay, because he had it. Talking about Joe Jackson's daddy had the vitiligo. Okay, so he bleached those parts that was darker than his the vitiligo, so he wore makeup so folks would not make fun of him about the vitiligo. That's the whole reason why he did that. He wasn't trying to purposely look white, although he is mixed white like all of us. Okay, none of us up here black. Okay, okay, we know history. Black man, American. Okay, so that's the reason why you didn't see no Winnie singing and dancing, doing Beyonce and all the other stuff. You didn't see that back in when I was coming up. Okay, so imagine you the biggest star in the planet, and you got this vitiligo, and you're trying to wear all black clothes and put tape on your hand, wear a glove to get discoloration, and that's why they had the makeup on him. He wasn't trying to like no girl. He was trying to cover them parts. That's why he was subconscious about his looks, because he was the tabloids making fun of that vitiligo. Today, you see a Winnie who's have vitiligo and there's a model. Let's be real, okay? So, in this English guy, that's why many of us go overseas over here, okay? Let's be real. Let's go overseas. You're talking about overseas, okay? To get opportunity. In America, don't want to get your opportunity because you're not blonde, blue eye, and pale. Okay, well, you can go out the country to get overseas, and somebody with overseas come over here to the overseas. You know, we know what we're talking about. Okay, anyway, point is. So anyway, we know they went from two countries in Latin America, come overseas. Always talking about someone going overseas. Okay, can I talk? How someone can talk without a noise. Anyway, so that's how. So someone from overseas gave this woman an opportunity, and that's why she is popping, because Tyra Banks did not help her career after America's Top Model, and a lot of models didn't get their careers helped either. So what's to be grateful for? The main person you should be grateful is the Almighty. Okay, it's the Almighty God. That's what you should be grateful of. Yes, Tyra helped out, but Tyra didn't help too much out after she was off the show. You see what I'm talking about now? It's no different than people saying, and I'm going to be real with this. Okay, if a woman, a sister being coonish, go on Ghetto Gagas, and she don't like to get mistreated on, shitty on, and talk all type of N-words and exploited, and she leave, and folks telling their sisters, you made big buku money doing Ghetto Gagas. You ungrateful. What about the money? That's the same damn thing. Now, of course, Tyra Banks can do all that, but the abuse is abuse and mistreatment and neglect and abandonment. It's all wrong and exploitation as well, and that's why she not giving the props from Miss Winnie. That's all I have to say.